The buyer's journey, how to make someone buy from you. This is going to be a banger. You guys need to make notes. You guys need to take screenshots because, first of all, I've paid multiple five figures to get this information. That's the first part. Second of all, I have implemented it and I've seen other people got success. So you will make money if you apply these steps. And these are going to be fundamental. I don't care who you sell to. I don't care what type of coach you are. This is going to apply to every single person, every single consultant and coach that's selling online and has an audience already. If you don't have an audience, this video is not for you. Let's just jump into it. When you make a transaction, you need to understand that you are selling to your older self. So this person right here who has the suitcase is the new you. And this person who doesn't have the suitcase is the old you, and you are still making a transaction with yourself. Now, we all are selling to someone we have been. Maybe they are fat, maybe they are broke, maybe they're bad at scaling, whatever it may be, right? But we are selling something we have done before. I was not making money, now I'm making money, so I'm teaching you guys how to make money. You could be a fitness coach. You were skinny, fat, ugly, now you're handsome, jacked, tall. It could be anything, right? And that's the main difference. When you are selling to a prospect, and you're selling to someone, when you're making content, you need to keep this at the back of your head that you have been in their shoes. That's what transformation is. So you can always relate to your content, right? So as a coach, you need to put yourself in their shoes again and make content. This is absolutely crucial. If you look at Shelby, the girl who gives sales coaching, really, really basic stuff, she talks about how I could have married a guy. She's like all feminism, she's all for it. And she makes like a villain arc of everything. Like, oh my God, these girls who need help. And like, I was your party girl, now I'm a boss chick and all that stuff. I can make a video breaking down like different people funnel. It's super funny how if you go in a saturated market with a different perspective, how much money you can make. She's making seven figures a month, easy, guaranteed. And now let me talk about this regarding those pain points, right? So let me give an example. Let's look at anything. Let's look at Shelby, right? I'll just pick the up name. She knows a girl who's pretty or looks good, right? Or someone who is, like basically she has, women who just feel like they want to marry the rich guy and just like, sail off to the abyss, not be independent, not be all those stuff, right? That's her. Those are the girl's pain points which she gave. It's like, hey, you can drive a Porsche, you can go to Pilates, you can do all that good stuff, right? If you do sales, and I make my own money, I don't need a man, I don't need to listen to anybody. I'm that chick, right? Whatever it is. But she's targeting those pain points. Why? Because she has been in their shoes. She was someone who's probably someone's girlfriend or whatever she was, and now she's selling that point back, which you need to understand because once you're able to do that, you get DMs like this, right? Trust that is built outside only when the internal results are there, when you have done the work yourself. Like people told me, hey, you're my goat. Thank you so much. Other guy, shout out to all these guys who message me on IG. Guys, message me on IG. I reply to my DMs. And, I want to help you guys. That's why I'm making this kind of channel. Of course, I have something to sell you. I'm not Alex Mosey, but like I want to help you guys. Okay, like yo, Alex, your content is such an inspiration. I appreciate that. Like all this stuff, right? I love this, by the way. And you can kind of come in here, which is super important, which is that there are 30 steps before someone's buying from you. Yes, sir. Steph Curry, 30. Let me tell you why. These people who DM me, none of them have bought from me, even though they're watching my content, even though they're doing all that stuff, because they haven't. And I'm not saying they should buy from me. That's the main thing, because they haven't gone to the cycle. I understand they completely like when somebody becomes your active viewer, it's still gonna take them like 20 or 215 of the steps to become your actual client or work with you. That's how much like trust takes a while. That's why the content game is a long-term game. It's what you need to understand because there are 30 steps. 30, not two, not one. That's it. And you gotta show up more and more on their feed. The more you show up on the feed, the more they see your face, the more they see how handsome you are or how much money you're making, whatever it is. So the more you're gonna be able to build that relationship and connect with them. If you go to the gym, right, and you have one guy you see every single time who helps you with your bench, you'll become his friend. This is how I'm giving you a basic example. Let's say you go to the gym, you're hitting a PR, a guy helps you all the time too. There's one guy you do that. You slowly become friends. Like everybody has been through that kind of journey. Or maybe you go to a cafe shop where there's the same cashier, whoever it is, and you see them every single day, you slowly like, because they're just showing up, you build a relationship, and that's just how it is. So this is like something which is kind of like fundamental, which I give to my clients, which is like post 5 to 7 times stories on IG. This is all, by the way, IG YouTube funnels, not talking about X. So it's going to be all IG and YouTube funnels. First of all, post a story 5 to 7 times, reel 1 to 2 a day, one YouTube video every week. Now, of course, I'm a maniac. I post 4 because I just like want to get all the knowledge that I'm just like getting to you guys all the time. And if you even want to hear more from me, just book a call with me. But that's later on. But like, let me kind of give you this. How do you create an evergreen pipeline of leads that will get nurtured again and again? You do that through this type of a survey, which I'm giving you. Guys, if you just do this for the consistency compounds, by the way. These 5 to 7 times stories, you can multiply that by 30 days. These four videos. So like you're just making assets at this point. Even if you're outreaching and some people YouTube video, that's what I do. So if I'm outreaching someone and if they have an objection, boom, YouTube video. If they have something, boom, YouTube video. It always helps because the content makes you, first of all, they see that I'm talking in a certain way. And second of all, they know what I'm talking about. And I'm showing results constantly all day long. Right? This is one of my YouTubes. Guys, you guys have been going absolutely hellish, and I appreciate that. We have 40 subscribers. At 50, I'm gonna drop something like special. I'm thinking of like what I can drop. But like, look at this. At last, I don't think it was in like 90 days. I haven't even been that online. You can see that this is just gone, right? Because I saw it on July. That's what I remember. So it's not even been 90 days total, but I've gone 1.1k view, 31 subscribers. These who watch my videos, every single video I'm hitting 100 views now. I'm understanding the game. And this knowledge will be given to my clients who I work with. And how do I do it? Let me tell you. So I do YD. Like I don't post reels. I will start to post them, guys. I'm making a little bit. It takes a while to produce high level content and also give you like the points as well, because I cannot just yap in on YT. I have to IG. It will just like there's an entire video that's working doesn't work. So I post 4 times a week because I love to give info out and I just love to yap. Like I have friends, guys. I'm not lonely. I'm not saying anything like that. But I just have like so many pointers, so many things to talk with. People are like, Alex, stop. What are you talking about? Why are we talking retention rate right now? As I just kind of I am. I have a lot of these thoughts which I give you guys out and I present them in a way which you can digest. Because data, if not interpreted, is not good. Like you need data which you can understand and then apply. That's the main thesis of data itself. But the point is that you need to be comfy with showing up every single day. If you're not comfy, no one is gonna buy from you. Because if you're not on constantly people's face, they're just going to forget about you. Look how many reels you watch. Look how many YouTube videos you consume. And the average coach or the average person, maybe you're selling B2C. I sell B2B, so I know like my clients are sophisticated. They have a brain span. That's why I make longer videos. That's why I make knowledgeable videos in the first place. I don't make vlogs. I don't make all that stuff because they're not going to watch it. I'm in a way more sophisticated market. But if you're in B2C, what you can do is that, you can post one vlog and then one, educational video, vlog, educational. You could do that. And you need to understand that if you're selling this market, brother, you have a lot of work to do. You have a lot of people to work with. You need a lot of people to see your content and play around with it. Because if they're not going to show up, they're just going to forget about you because there's so many people doing the same things, same formats. We're all copying. Like this is what the humans do. We're all pirates or pirating each other's stuff, right? Because I learned this from someone. I'm just presenting in a different way, which is more digestible, right? Now the question is that how do you make content that actually make people stay and watch again and again? This is the supreme key, right? Because if you're not going to do that, you're going to have a lot of issues while selling to these people because they're going to be like, hey, bro, I saw you like once a week. Like, and I have that other guy who's also DMing me. You're just going to lose. It's a PvP, player versus player, right? And let me break this down. It's super important. You need to ask yourself this question every single time when you make a piece of content. Can someone else copy my videos? That is the question you need to ask yourself. Nobody's going to give a bears example like I will, right? Because look at this bear, right? They're all kind of the same. I mean, it's a bear at the end of the day. Whether it's white, whether it's, this panda, or whether it's this. I used to watch the show when I was a kid. Super good show, by the way. But see, I made a unique example. If somebody else gave that information out, it would just sound weird. But I can't do that. That's why I add these little bits, right? And you guys do the same. Now, of course, someone can say here, take all this video, but will they able to talk like me? Absolutely not. Will they able to just like, yeah, just go on? Sentences long, not drink water, not do anything? No, they cannot. And that's where my advantage is. That's why when you watch my video, that's why I'm getting subscribers so fast now. Because I'm able to condense the knowledge and also expand on every single point that I am making. And while also keeping your attention. Tonality shifts, right? So you need to tell a story. Like, what is your story? How do you feel? What do you do? Especially for the short form. The reason why you guys don't see me about talking about more about this stuff is because I've made some videos like how I operate, how I do things, but I'm just giving out value for now so you guys care. First of all, you need to give value so that people think like, okay, who is this person? And then once they go to this epiphany, they need to go, okay, this is the person. And if you don't have the value structure, you can't give this out. If I just start talking who I am, you wouldn't care. But if you're going to watch my videos, apply all the knowledge and then become a client, or like just watch more videos and get results, you want to know who I am. And I'll do that later on. The reason why I'm starting off YouTube in the first place and not IG is so that I can give people these massive, bigger assets, which I have, which is my YT, through my IG. It's all planned. It's all orchestrated, by the way, because that will make people resonate with you with who you are, right? You need people to watch someone over and over again so they buy from you. Same example of going to the barista, going to the coffee shop, and just like being there, being the guy. You know, there's a guy who's always there. It does not matter. It's probably a kid in school, you know, who would just show up. Like, he was bad at sports. He just didn't make any, like, he was just like kind of like, I was kind of that kid at start. But like, he would just show up. He would just play with the team. And you could respect that a lot as a person. That's how you get people's respect. That's how you actually make a change. Now, you need to track it all. The highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. This will also make people, again, respect you more, because you're not showing this invincible human being. You're vulnerable, and the vulnerable most of the time works really, really well with content, because people think you're an actual human being. You're not some superhero, right? I mean, you can make yourself a super figure, like a superhero figure, but that's going to require like a lot of work and a lot to like just like kind of orchestrate in general. If you look at Iman, if you look at Andrew Tate, all these people, they are the superhero figure, but it takes a lot of while. The reason why people buy from Hermosi because he shows a lot of vulnerability as well. Even though his brand is squeaky clean, he still shows like, hey, I'm not going to Christmas with my family. He shows all that stuff. So you are more willing to buy from him than those guys. So guys, this is a really important video. You should have taken notes. If you're not taking notes, take screenshots. Apply the structures of posting reels, content, and this. Use the IG to YouTube funnel. It's working pretty well for a lot of people. You can do the same to get the results. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.